For most women with uncomplicated pregnancies, there's no reason why you can't lace up your sneakers and hit the gym throughout your pregnancy.
But what exercises are safe and actually help you stay in shape and can make your pregnancy weight much easier to lose after the little one is born? Well, we have the answer. Joining us now to end the myths of working out while pregnant is our fitness expert and trainer, Dex Henderson.
All
Thanks so
right,
much for joining
Dex,
us.
thanks.
Thank
This one's just for me. And
Yes.
All right, so if you didn't know, I am pregnant. So the first time I messed up, I think. I mean, I weighed about 200 pounds, which is probably too much for how tall I am. So it's important. Is it important to stay in shape while you're pregnant, or
Most
should you
definitely.
do what I did?
No.
Okay.
No. Most definitely it's important to stay in shape. It's actually proven that the more healthier you are, the easier your pregnancy is going to be, birth as well. So you always want to make sure that you keep your cardiovascular endurance up. You always want to make sure that you eat healthy. That's going to be one of the biggest things. Is you can splurge here and there with the different cravings that you have, but for the most part, you want to make sure that you take your prenatal vitamins. You make sure that you're staying on your regimen as far as the nutrition goes, getting all of your essentials for the day. When it comes to working out while you're pregnant, there's really nothing that you have to change. You just have to be very careful with the amount of weight that you do. You want to make sure that you don't strain too much. You want to make sure that if you get dizzy or overheated, that you take a break for a while. Because of all the hormonal changes, you tend to get lightheaded a lot faster when working out. I've noticed this. I deal with a lot of pre-pregnancy people and a lot of people post-pregnancy. So you really didn't change up the regimen at all. The one thing you want to avoid is laying on your back. You want to make sure that you're not laying on your back. You want to make sure that you keep your equilibrium pretty balanced. But for the most part, I've trained them throughout the entire pregnancy, all the way up until the day before. So yeah, it's made things a lot easier. I've noticed that in specific, one of my competitors that I trained her throughout her entire pregnancy. She had her daughter. 3 months later, she came back and she literally had a six-pack already.
Wow.
And it was because she worked
it's
hard
possible.
the entire time. Yeah. I mean, 33 pounds before she gained 33 pounds while she was pregnant. She was about 120 before, so she didn't do too bad on gaining the weight, and it dropped right off immediately afterwards. So.
Now, for those of us who don't have a regimen beforehand, we haven't worked out, where do we start?
Best thing to do is start with your cardio. Get your cardiovascular endurance up first, because that will immediately translate into the muscular endurance. They're two separate entities. One's going to be more exhausting than the other, but you need both in order to get the best fit body that you possibly can accomplish. So start with the cardiovascular first. I would say about 2 to 3 weeks in, once you feel like you have a good handle on it, then you can eventually start working into lifting weights. I would say doing a mixture of about 60% cardio to 40% weights. And then once you've accomplished that, then you can reverse it, 40% cardio, 60% weights. That way you're starting to build more muscular endurance, you're starting to stay toned, you notice that your body's acclimating, and having the muscular conditioning will definitely help you with pregnancy.
Yeah. Now, there are a lot of myths, and we don't have enough time to go over all the myths, but I'll tell you this much. I lifted before I was pregnant, and people it's like they get mad at me because I'm still going to the gym and lifting. So set them straight. Just tell them it's a myth. You can still do it.
It's a myth, definitely. I mean, like I said, I've trained them throughout the entire pregnancy up until the day before they've had their children. So, I mean, it's definitely something
there's not a stopping point. So, I mean,
No.
I'm 6 months now, and I can just keep going, just like listen to my body and my doctor.
Yeah, it's a tolerance. Just make sure that you stay in tune with your body. Make sure that you stay on the same page with your doctor. Make sure that when you go to your checkups, you continue to ask questions and see exactly where your body's at that point in time. If he says it's okay to keep going, keep pushing yourself, not to the point of exhaustion, but definitely to keep yourself in shape. I guarantee you that labor will be a lot easier.
All right, there you have it. Make your labor easier by continuing to work out. Don't listen to those friends who are telling you to eat twice the amount of meals and to stop working out, because it doesn't work. So if you guys want any information on how you can work out with Dex, whether you are pregnant or whether you are not, Dex is there for you. We will have a link at our website. Just